You. It's so exciting to be here. I am the founder of ACE Group. We are a full-service accounting, tax, and advisory firm. We actually lead with advisory now. I'm really proud to say that I have a 100% female team. We work a 4-day work week. A lot of that has been made possible by changing the relationship that we have with our clients.
Shahab Maslehati, founder of Seed Money Consulting. We have 4 staff members, including myself. We work with about 50 small businesses here locally. Some of them are kind of outside of Colorado as well. We were built for remote. And we work with about 200 to 300 individuals as well.
Currently, I spend almost all of my time doing tax planning and strategy. And I do that for our private CPA practice, integrated CPA group. And we are a 100% remote virtual practice specifically designed for real estate investors and entrepreneurs. We are a 100% membership-based subscription business model.
I started because it was what the client wanted, and it was what the client needed. And I think the client just couldn't articulate that was what they were looking for. And the other part of it was, I did not just have an empty inbox after April 15th. And if no one needed advisory, then I should be totally free and clear of work from April 15th to January 31st. And that was not the case.
Because it tends to be the center of all the conversations we're having anyways. Building out a workflow and a work product to actually be able to document and quickly decipher the questions and just find a good path for the individuals has really brought us to market. It's filling that need. It's like, oh my gosh, like we'll have comments that are, I've been looking for 2 years for someone that does stuff like that you guys do.
Practitioners in general know the value of tax planning and strategy, but now they just don't know how to do it. And there's a way to do it. But I could say that now having less than 10% of the amount of clients that we had previously, and 25% of the team, have more revenue and much more profit. So it's doable, but it's going to take steps. So that's for us. We encourage clients. If we haven't heard from someone, we're going to nudge them a little bit. And quite frankly, if they're not engaging in the tax planning and strategy process, it's not uncommon for us to have an honest conversation with them and just say, I don't think this membership's really of value to you because you're not utilizing the best part of it. There's plenty of clients out there for everybody. One more thing on boundaries. I have a bunch of stuff written up here on my things that we live by. I want you to take away from this. Okay. Boundaries equal freedom. If you really let that sink in, the boundaries you establish equal freedom for yourself to either grow your business, to do things in your personal life, to take up other hobbies, and the freedom to bring more value to your clients.
What I'd encourage you to do is just start paying attention to those. Just kind of make a mark on a sheet anytime someone asks you a question of what would you do? Right there, that's advisory. You're giving them advice. And we started out as an advisory. So, and then I brought the tax side in, and then a product just like Intuit Tax Advisor helped bridge the gap. So even if you have an existing practice, start painting the boundaries. Intuit Tax Advisor gives you that ability, and painting those boundaries gives you that ability. It's like, oh, okay, this is tax questions, or this is advisory. We really need to set up a tax advising session to give you the time and attention you deserve. We really need to, not just do the mouthpiece and just keep talking about these strategies. We need to document them because how complex they are, and have a plan, something you can follow and execute as well. It's definitely worth your time.
So you want to start embracing tax planning and strategy? Take a breath, draw a line in the sand. Don't concern yourself with legacy clients just yet, unless there's one really pining for this advisory work. Because guess what? You're going to stumble around a little bit. And what I see happen sometimes is people get really excited and they say, I'm going to call my 5 best clients. I'm going to start doing advisory. You're going to stumble and fumble around a little bit. Now you just stumbled and fumbled on your on your best clients. So take the next 5 prospective clients, develop a package that includes tax planning and strategy. Just as Al-Nesha said before, it's not an option. That's what you get, okay? You're offering an opportunity for that client to enroll in that membership or that package. And take a consultative role, listen well, do it for the first 5 new prospective clients you have.
So we are able to now demonstrate the value, and it really varies. It's really based on the client. For some people, it could be 4-figure tax savings. For others, it could be 5-figure tax savings. I've never yet save someone 6 figures in a year, but crazier things have happened and it could be coming. But I also think of advisory not only as tax savings. I think of it as headache savings. I think of it as stress savings. And those value, it's hard to put a value on those sort of things. But clients are number people, even though they don't think they are, and they like to be able to see that if I do this, it could result in this amount of tax savings. And it makes it really easy to justify the fee. And that's been really nice to be able to tell clients, like, you do this and you put more money that you were going to give to the government right back in your pockets. Clients are always going to be really appreciative of that.
The cost of not acting. That's generally where we'll focus. Before we get into even our fees, we provide our fee schedule ahead of time, so folks know generally what they're looking at. But we look at more the opportunity cost. It's okay. Well, you can sit back and you can pay $60K, this year in federal income tax. Well, this is why you're having to pay that, and it just started with saying, what they're wanting out loud, and then we have the tools. And Intuit Suite is front and center of those tools. ProConnect, QuickBooks, and ITA, all 3 together is just really this platform to build relationships, how to engage in the knowledge transfer, and develop this care plan for folks. And the tax savings is just a natural part of it.
If you're just getting started, you might feel overwhelmed right now, but guess what? You're in a better position than I was, or anyone that's been practicing for a decent amount of time that has done things a certain way. That being said, if you've done things a certain way that you want to change in the future, don't put the stress of those legacy clients on you right away. Let's start small. Let's start moving to planning and advisory. If you want to go with a bundled service or something like that with new prospective clients, and come up with a rollout over multiple years.
So for existing clients, we downloaded a list. I use ProConnect Tax Online as my tax software. And from there, you can download a list of your clients. And we literally pulled out every client that filed a Schedule C as part of their 1040 that did not have bookkeeping. Because there was a time where we let clients pick. Do you just want us to do your taxes? Would you like us to struggle through your makeshift bookkeeping during tax season for 16 to 18 hours? Would you like us to provide you with advisory? So we pulled out every client that had a Schedule C, and we took the time before we approached them to structure what an advisory relationship would look like. We mandated bookkeeping, so we reached out to them first, but we also looked at anyone who had a balance due from the previous year. I wanted to find the clients who would be easiest to convert to advisory services. And we took a 3-year approach. So we did not make everyone switch as of day one. We explained it to clients. We let them know where we were going. And we told them that, there will be a rollout where at one point you will not be able to choose. You will just have to convert. New clients, however, had to go into a relationship where if you had a business, you got all 3. You get books, you get tax, you get advisory. That's the only way we will work with you. And if that's not the relationship you're seeking, we're happy to give you a recommendation for another accountant that could be a good fit. And we changed our entire process. We changed our website. We changed our marketing material. We changed the information we put out on social media so that new clients knew this is how we worked. It helped us to weed out clients that weren't an ideal fit for us. And it helped us to find clients who were interested in a relationship that worked that way. Clients sometimes only see a price, they don't see the value. So it was our job to make sure that we understood it and could appropriately convey it to them. So now those are the only clients we get, because you have to fill out an inquiry form and you have to look at our packages before you can even get a consultation call. But for those existing clients, we had to really just lay out, this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to help us solve for you. You know, that knot and that in the pit of your stomach when you get to tax season, that's what we want to solve. And this is the relationship that's going to do it. And that helped us to convert a lot of our clients. We did not convert all of them, and that's okay. We did not lose revenue by cutting back on clients. So that was a good thing.
Now, clients are coming to us for tax planning and advisory because we have such a unique firm with our membership-based subscription model that focuses on the advisory. We have a saying, let your best client pick your next client. So it just every year we're deepening our current relationships with clients and bringing in more prospective clients. I think Al-Nesha said this too. I'm very competitive. And back, when we were turning and burning, I was like, I was offended if I met with someone and they didn't become a client. That was completely wrong. You should not be, everyone you meet with shouldn't become a client. If all of your proposals that you put out there get accepted, then your prices are too low. So kind of back to Jim, to if you have clients that are legacy clients that are not willing to pay for advisory, you might not be able to afford to just say, hey, I'm changing my business model. That's okay. Then they're gonna opt into a program that might be extinct in a while, and you're gonna go for new clients into a new advisory and offering. What's going to happen is, and I love what Al-Nesha did also, is she made that switch and said, new clients are only advisory. So those clients that are not willing to pay for advisory and really are their turn and burn clients, if they refer new turn and burn clients to them, the best thing you could do is tell them, no, we don't offer that anymore. Your practice is going to operate exactly how you engineered it. So if you don't like how it's going, it's on you to re-engineer it and make those tweaks.
Yes. So our tech stack is QuickBooks Online for bookkeeping. We use ProConnect for tax, and then we use ITA for advisory, and they all speak to one another. They're all in the same ecosystem. Data transfers sort of magically. It's just there, and it takes away from the data entry and the data entry, right? When you have systems that don't work well together, you enter data so many times, and it is easy, yes, but it takes additional time. Yes. And I'm a mom of 3. I work with a team of moms, and it's important to us that we save time wherever we can. So having an integrated workflow means we are not entering data and over again, which means we can use our time to advise our clients, and then we can get home and do what we want to do, whatever that is. So that's
think about it from a practical perspective. In the world we live in, information technology security is going to be one of the biggest risks, not only that you face, but your clients face. So being able to have data controlled in one central location as part of your security plan overall, I'm not saying you need that right away, but plan ahead, is absolutely crucial. For our practice, we made the decision is we are not going to cut corners on our quality. There's one way to do this, and it's given our wholehearted effort with the best technology, with the best professionals available. And that's the way we present ourselves to the market. And people love it. They get the consistency, and that expectation is met.
And that's also in our checklist. Do you consider yourself mildly tech savvy, and are you comfortable working with us, knowing that we use a cloud-based system, all of our software is cloud-based, and that we're virtual? We want to know that from the very beginning, because it's important if you're going to have a successful relationship with us.
So that's the only thing we offer is cloud-based services. All the things Al-Nesha said as well are significant benefits. And I just kind of take a step back. It's, when you present yourself to the market, people are wanting an expert, right? They're looking for somebody who has some experience and some technical training, education credentials, which is what you're going to bring to the table. And, you're going to build on that over time. It's not, I'd encourage you I'd dive in and continue to build your education. But You also want a practitioner that uses the best tools available. I'll be honest with you, what I did too was just demoed the product with clients or with friends and family, folks that weren't going to judge me, that I already had that safety net with.
It has done wonders for me personally, for our team. We have unlimited paid time off for our team. I have been able to not miss the important parts of my family's life. I've been able to explore personal hobbies. I've been able to put a priority on my fitness. I don't miss spring breaks, fall breaks, Christmas breaks, baseball games, et cetera, et cetera.
Al-Nesha, please tell us the impact on your practice.
Yes. So for hours worked, I think I still work about the same number of hours. I never worked a ton of hours. I started this business as a mom of 3. My youngest was only 2 months old. But I am now at a 4-day work week. And that's been really nice to just know that every Friday, and I do work every now and again on a Friday, but every Friday clients are not expecting me and they're not expecting my team. And that's been great. And we got through our first tax season as a 4-day work week firm this past tax season. So that's been really great for my team. As far as the revenue, our revenue has only increased as we've cut back on clients. So that's also been really nice. And the level of stress or delight, 2020 and 2021 were really hard on me personally and professionally. They were hard on my firm. They were hard on our clients. And I just decided I'm never having a decade like 2020 and 2021. And maybe they were just years for you, but they felt like decades to me. This has been our easiest extension season. We got into extension season with less than 20 tax returns, which means like we had a great summer around here. So it's just made our workflow so much easier. It's made the level of surprise and disappointment from clients so much lower. So it's made it a lot more manageable and has made the burnout just like, much easier. I will never say that like I'm not ever stressed, but the level of stress has just dropped significantly, making me as available as possible to my family, to my clients, and to my team. Because at the end of the day, I have to make sure they're all happy, including myself, to make this all work.
You got it. It's a life-changing change. You make the adjustments. What you're communicating is a new culture, not only your practice, but your community of clients and beyond. There's a further reach there. And what you're communicating is that, hey, if you're proactive in this phase of your life, you can really be empowered by it. And providing advisory services gives you that avenue. It's a total game changer, not only for you, but for your clients. Do it for them.